What is up, everyone? Welcome, I just knocked something over, to another edition of AOS Trash Pandas. I'm your host, Rob, and with me, as usual, is Carson. That's you.
Me?
Yeah, I think so.
That's me?
I think so.
My God, my real name?
Well,
Thank you.
You know, I saw Honest Wargamer, and he said Carson. You know?
That's true.
He also called our friend Matthias, I believe.
He did.
So I'm not really sure what to believe anymore, but you know, I'm just going to call you whatever he calls you, I think.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. So how's it going?
It's going pretty well. Just got back from Kippers Melee.
Yeah.
The GT in Nanaimo, which was fun.
Nanaimo?
Nanaimo, that's right. Nanaimo. Had some real genuine Nanaimo bars there.
Oh, wow.
Went to some real genuine Nanaimo bars.
Was it good?
And yeah, it was good.
Nice.
It was fun.
That's awesome.
How are you?
I'm pretty good. It's been busy. I barely got here in time. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late, everyone. But good. You know, overall quite good. I got some good news today. I've played a couple of games of the old world recently with my buddy Jeff, and who's just a great guy to play with, and really enjoyed them. You know, I really enjoyed the game. It's very different than Sigmar, but you know, like they both have their kind of pluses and downsides, I think. And I think it's like a fun game to play with your buddies. The old world is really great. Like, I think Sigmar is a better competitive game, but it's like a beer and pretzels game. The old world's really good. It's really good. It's fun. So I was like, okay, well, I've been playing orcs and goblins in that game, and but I don't have the rules. So my buddy was bringing them over, and I was like, I should buy the rules, but they had that squig desk mat that came out. So I was like, oh, I'll wait till then so I can get the free shipping, right? Got that. It's right here in front of me. I love it. It's perfect. The only thing that would make it better is if it was Skaven, just to be clear, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
What
they got the S part, but
that's true.
Not
That's
quite
true.
all the way.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But it really is pretty. Anyway, so then it arrived and I opened it up and it was the French version. Because, like, I never order books from GW, and it just didn't occur to me. Like, you go to the English website, you know, for Canada. Why are they selling books in other languages? Like, you know what I mean? If I was looking for French stuff, I'd go to the French site, you know? So I opened it up, and I fully just, like, it was the wrapper was already, you know, punctured or whatever, like, because they didn't actually wrap it that well, which is rare for them. So then I unwrapped it and I opened it up and I was like, there's going to be lore, there's going to be all sorts of great stuff. You know what I mean? I can try and learn how this army works a bit better. And I was like, wait, what the hell? I can't read any of this. And I looked at the front as Horde de Sauvage or something like that. I was like, what the hell? Like, I was like, there's no way I ordered the French oh no. Cause like I remember, you know what I mean? I was like in a hurry. It was like Saturday morning, like whenever the thing came out at like 10 a.m. or whatever. And I was just like, you know, I want to make sure that I got the mat. Cause I was, you know, I wasn't sure how popular they were going to be. You never know. And then, so I just ordered it real quick. And then I was just like, oh dear. And so I went back to the website and like the French version appears first, you know? And like, you see the picture, like I know what I wanted. I saw the picture. You know, so I clicked on it, Warhammer the Old World. It says it in English too, right? Like that part is Warhammer the Old World.
Yeah.
And then Hordes is the same. It's Ravening Hordes. So I just like, I might have even read Hordes, you know, because I didn't remember what the book was called, you know? Anyway, so I got in contact with them and they were like, well, if you haven't unwrapped it, you're okay. If you have, you're screwed, basically. So I was going to be like, what do you want me to do with this thing? You know what I mean? Like it doesn't say French version. Like, I know I'm an idiot. Okay. Like in the chat, I recognize this. Okay. You know what I mean? Like I was an idiot. It was Saturday morning. I was bleary eyed and whatnot. obviously wasn't paying enough attention. But like, shouldn't they put like French version, even if they want to add English version? That would even let people know, oh, there are other versions out there in other languages. Like maybe you're from, maybe you're from Japan or somewhere else where they have other versions. Like that way, at least you would know that they exist. Anyway, whatever. I know that most of it's my fault, but I was going to be like, what do you want me to do with this then? Like, should I just throw this in the garbage? But anyway, we worked it all out. I'm going to get to return it. So that was good news to me because like, it shouldn't be that big a deal, but it was. Like, it was a bigger deal, you know what I mean? Because I was like, well, like, I waited a long time to buy this book. You know what I mean? It's not cheap. They're like at least $70, right? Anyway, so it was a bigger deal, but it all turned out for the better. As usual, their customer service, like whatever you want to say about GW, their customer service is way above normal. Like, way above normal. So, thanks to GW. But I still think that they should add the English version, French version onto there because a buddy of ours, I don't want to say who, but you probably remember who it was, bought the French version of the GHB. You remember? And then
it was Kenrick.
I wasn't going to throw him under the bus. I love you, Kenrick. I wasn't going to say it.
Wait, I think we told that story on the show already, but like, we were flying
we?
back from Edmonton, the Edmonton Open.
Okay.
And he hands me his book. He's like, look, the new GHP. I was like, cool. And I grabbed it. Didn't really pay attention. And he walks he goes to the bathroom before our flight, like our plane arrives. And I look at it and I'm just like,
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, and that's the thing, right? Because like, you know what it looks like. You've seen the previews, right? So you're just clicking on a picture. So unless it says that in there, like even when like I got the book, now it had been ripped near the top, so it wouldn't have really mattered. But like when you get a book, as it turns out, at least for me, like I buy a lot of novels, hardback, paperback, a lot. I buy a lot of novels. I read a lot. It's my favorite hobby. So when I get like a new book, like if I get like Dune, the Butlerian Jihad, you know what I mean? I don't go, Dune, the Butlerian Jihad. Great. You know what I mean? Like, I don't do that. I just open it up and I start reading it. And yeah, I guess I should do that. Maybe. I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, anyway. So luckily we have a mutual friend. All of us do. Louis Philippe, who is French speaking. And so he was able to go, hey, do you want, like, I bought this by accident. You know, we can kind of, would you be willing to buy it off me? Whatever, however they work that out. But the ravening hordes, you know what I mean? Like from the old world, he probably doesn't need that. So yeah, anyway, long story, but definitely worth it. Did you get to, did you get to check out the rumor engine? That's definitely an Age of Sigmar
I see it
model.
on the stream right now.
Right.
Definitely 40K. As you said, it's kind of got that like cross with the skull in the center of it, which is what is that again? It's
like some kind of, I mean, the people will probably know better than me. I wish Jason was here. Jason knows that lore, man. I don't think this is like, it might be an Imperial Rosary, or like, what do you call it? Like the what do they call them? Like the guys that are the, oh man, jeez Louise. Inquisitors. Imperial Inquisitors. Right. It might be like their badge of office that he's holding there.
They have an eye. It's just an eye.
Oh, that's the rosary. Yeah, you're right. Like they always talk about it in the novels, but like I never knew what, like they assume that like anyone reading these novels knows what they're talking about, but I didn't. So I never really thought about it. Right. That's the eye. Right. But they do like have these symbols on them. Like I know it's like mostly an Imperial thing. Like the Space Marines have that too, but I'm going to guess it's obviously some kind of Imperial thing. I'm going to say actually going to say this is a new Eisenhorn mini. Eisenhorn or Ravener. I'm really going for it here, guys. Yeah. Yeah.
I genuinely have no idea what this could be.
That's fair. Yeah. It's not really important because it's obviously 40K, but
Yeah.
I was going to swing for the fences, and then I'll probably never find out what it is to be to be realistic. Well, whatever, Yeah. So that's that. Okay. Now, we have a couple of fun games, including one that Pat in the chat, the rat, made up. But first, we have another mini game. Or another... Actually, it's not really even a game. So, I'm going to ask Carson to cover the chat, if you can.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hide the chat. It's hidden now.
He's hid the chat. So, any messages... Oh, by the way, Devin, Devin said this earlier. Can everyone do me a favor and sign my petition to make Carson play Night Hunt at every GT from here on out? I will sign that. Will you sign that, Carson? No, that's fair. From here on out is a little
signature that matters.
Yeah, that's true. but did you see all the rumors on Honest Wargamer where they're like, I think he's playing it to make a statement on how ogres are, or how to help other people out to get them buffed back up, and they're all talking about how the win rate's going to go down by 30% as soon as you stop playing them, and all sorts of other crazy stuff. But what's the truth behind that, Carson? You should dispel the rumors right now.
Yeah, I mean, the truth is that I played ogres like 35 tournament games in a row, and I was like, actually, okay, the real truth is not that I was bored. It's that I realized that if I were to take ogres to Kippers and win, it would neither make a difference to my actual overall ranking, nor my ogres ranking or destruction ranking. So I was like, what do I get out of this other than just hurting other people with ogres, I guess.
I mean, that sounds like fun to me. You know?
It's just getting another rep with at a certain point, you want to try new things, and
Absolutely.
I don't know. You say the internet points don't matter a lot, but or people say that, but I don't know. It's something to strive for, and if it makes literally no difference whatsoever, I'm I have no reason to not take
absolutely
something else.
Well, not only that, but you're learning another army, and you have been very clear since the book came out. You were very interested in this book. You think it's a really cool book.
Yeah. Exactly. And also, this time of year leading into pretty much for the next year, I'm starting to ramp up on my team's cycle.
Oh, right. So you want to practice a bunch of different armies, maybe?
Yeah, I want to practice a bunch of different armies, check things out, fact find. Even if I'm not necessarily going to be the one to play that army, it's good to know what that army feels like.
Yeah.
And I can recommend it to other people, or I can know what it theoretically does.
Matchups.
From the other side. Exactly.
The tricks. Not everyone's going to tell you all their tricks. Actually, I want to clear up something else, too. Honest Wargamer, if you're listening, which I doubt, but you should, okay? He said, the BC crowd gets pissy when we get their names wrong. Now, I just want to clarify. We never got pissy. We made fun of him for mispronouncing... Pretty easy to recognize. What was the thing he originally called you, by the way? Because it has become such a joke. I usually call you by the wrong name now. Yeah. What was the
Karsten, I think?
Karsten, that's what it is. At least that's a real name. The ones we were calling you were not even real names.
No.
We never got pissy. We never got upset. We just thought it was hilarious. And so, but by the way, he had very nice things to say about our local crowd, and he really liked Matthias's list name. I'm almost thinking we should have given it to him. The way he enjoyed that so much, and it was very good. So I don't know, but yeah, we gave it to Matt.
I liked
though,
it,
right?
Yeah, Matt Chiba.
Yeah.
Chiba.
So right on. Anyway, okay. Do you have the chat hidden?
I do have the chat hidden. Yes.
Okay. Here's what we're going to do. Okay. Now, everyone at home, no one message Carson, okay? Because he can't see this, okay? But there were some old world miniatures revealed, okay? And so the chat's going to be able to see what, they're going to kind of, they'll be able to know. But I want to see if you can spot something about these new miniatures, okay?
Okay. Do you want me to not have the stream open as well?
Yes.
The chat is hidden.
Cover the chat.
Hidden.
Okay. Cover the stream. Cover the stream.
Okay, the stream completely. Okay, I can't see it at all. Okay.
Okay. Did I pop up? Did the picture pop up ahead of time?
Nope.
Okay. This, So I'm just going to take a screenshot of the torsos. I want to see if you notice something. Okay. So now, by the way, that my computer's yelling at me for taking a screenshot. That wasn't your computer at home giving you a notification. Okay. Here we go. So let me know if you can like notice what I'm talking about here with these new minis. Okay. Boom. Okay. So I'm just sending it to you over Facebook, right? I can take more.
Okay.
I can take more if you want. There's lots of minis. They showed like a bunch of minis. So
yeah, you just want me to ask what I noticed about those specific minis?
Yeah, I'll send you more. I can send you more. Should I send you more? Here we go.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, tell me your thoughts. Anything that comes into your meat-addled brain. What do you think about these guys?
Okay.
So he's covered the chat, guys, and Carson said, honor system. He was going to cover the chat. Okay.
These look like Dark Oath Savagers or like Dark Oath models, and then also they all have like early 2000s spiked up hair.
That's true.
It's kind of odd.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
the
fair.
Poses
are
all similar to like stuff I've seen before. It looks like they're recycling poses.
Okay, that's fair. What would you like? Honest opinion. Okay, this is the most important part. Okay, what would you give these models out of 10?
What would I give them out of 10?
Be totally as honest as you can possibly be.
I don't know. They're kind of cool.
They're kind of
7.
Cool? They're like a 7.
Yeah. We're like
that's fair.
A 5 would be like I barely recognize that. Like it's like not offensive to me, but I think it's okay. So it's maybe like a 6.5.
6.5.
Yeah.
Here, I'll send you one more. Okay.
Okay.
Oops. There it is. I've got too many windows open. What do you think about that one?
She's a little special looking, but
for sure. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I just sent you was actually the Dark Oath models.
Yeah, I thought that might be the case.
Okay. So, now here is the actual new models. Okay. Where are you? There you are. Like, these models take a dump on these old ones, right? Like, Dark Oath came out when? When did Dark Oath come out?
I want to bring up a bias of yours, though.
Okay.
You really like Norse mythology and like Viking sort of things.
I do.
These look like Norsemen.
That's true. Okay, that's totally true. Okay.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. You don't have that bias. That was the whole point of this.
Yeah.
I know I have that bias.
Uh-huh.
In fact, not only like I never played Warriors of Chaos, even in Total War. But I did play Norska quite a few times because I like the themes of it, right? But but I love Lizardmen, right? Those Seraphon models from like 2011 or whenever they came out, I thought they were the dumbest looking thing ever. I took an extra huge crap on them because I expect more of models that I really like, right? And then I would play Total War, the Lizardmen, and the models are obviously super cool in that game, right? And then when the new Lizardmen models came out, those Saurus Warriors and everything else that came out in there is so freaking cool that I said that they look better than in Total War, right? That's the case here for me. The Dark Oath models, like, they're not that old is my point, right? And like, like you said, this model looks so derpy. It reminds me of the Lizardmen from back in the day. And these new models, oops, where are they? Are unbelievably, like, dude, they're so good. Like, the only complaint that I'm seeing from people is that they are like, they look like they're going to be difficult to paint. Like, there's a lot of detail here, but they all come with hand weapons, flails, and great weapons. The banners, they come with decals, as they say in the UK. Like, these are incredible. Like, here's the thing, right? I've never said this before. So this is what's really going to take me by surprise, like, in the whole thing, is like, we're used to the old world models looking kind of derpy and old and kind of fugly at times. You know what I mean? And like, I didn't really think anything about the Dark Oath models. I didn't really think about them in general. Right? But then I saw these models and I was like, God dang, like, I would probably, what I was originally thinking, I was like, if I play Slaves to Darkness, I'll buy Dark Oath models to use as Dark Oath models and use these guys as Chaos Warriors. And they're like Norse Chaos Warriors. You know what I mean? And I was like, that'd be cool. You know, like, maybe I'll get into Slaves to Darkness. Or maybe I'll just play these idiots in the old world and use these guys as Chaos Warriors. Anyway, I don't know. That's basically, and that, because like, part of this stemmed from this thing that I saw on Facebook. And it was this picture of like an old Chaos Warrior, not an old Marauder, not even a new Dark Oath, but like an old Chaos Warrior. And then the new Marauder, like chieftain guy, both of them are like the captains or whatever. And it's one of those you versus the guy she told you not to worry about, like, meme pictures, right? And I was like, God dang, that's so true. And then I was like thinking about it, like, but they should have compared 1-to-1. They should have compared it to the new Dark Oath models. And I was like, well, or I guess they should have compared it to the old Marauders, but like, I wonder how they hold up to the new Marauders. And then I looked at them and I was just like, holy smokes, these things do not even, like, they don't compare. I mean, and I don't, like, this has never happened to me before in all of like Age of Sigmar history, where I've thought like the Age of Sigmar models are always killing it so hard. It didn't occur to me that they would make cooler models than something they brought out for Age of Sigmar. That's what surprised me more than anything. And then when I actually went back and looked at them, I was like, oh, these things, like, they're not that old. They should hold up better. Now, granted, before, I don't know if people have said it already, but, and yes, please remember to like and subscribe, as Kenny said in the chat. But, man, I almost forgot about what I was going to say. Oh, yes, sorry. Sometimes, and like, we often, we'll point this out, the chat will point this out. I should state that it could be the paint job. Like we had for, what was it? I think it was like a warband or something that came out a while ago, and they looked pretty derpy. And then Louise from I can't remember the name of her YouTube channel. Rogue, thank you. Rogue Hobbies. She painted them just using Photoshop, and they look friggin' sick. You know, they looked really good. So it could be the faces. I'm sure people have painted them really well, but I don't know what you do with this Dark Oath face. I know they've always had trouble sculpting female faces. Never been their forte, but yeah, there's more than enough derp to go around in general, not just in the female faces here, you know, in a few of them. Anyway, I thought, you know, it might be kind of a fun thing to point out, you know, just that, like, how good these new models look, how much detail there is. That can be good. It can be bad. You know what I mean? It takes you longer to paint. Some people don't like that. But for me, I'm just like, holy smokes. Like, you can see little, like, skulls or, like, beard rings in that guy's beard on the far right. The banner looks cool. You get really cool decals. There's fur and, like, cloth and, like, all sorts of textures and cool looking weapons. Like, it made me want to play Chaos. And that's, like, it's not something I'm really, you know, I like Skaven, they're my favorite, obviously, but I've never been attracted to Warriors of Chaos or Slaves to Darkness in general. So, I don't know. They had me thinking about it. These models are ripping. I think they're amazing. Yeah. Can hide most of the face with helms and beards. Yeah. You could do that with these guys too, I think. Each one, they said each guy comes with 2 different heads, at least 2 different heads or something. So, yeah. I'm not sure which one you mean. I like, by the way, Bahamut pointed out, longtime supporter of the channel, by the way, the not safe for work intro was a blast. I don't even know what it was. I'm not even sure what we're referring to, but he said you compliment him and he falls apart. That does sound like you, but I don't even remember what we're talking about now. Oh man. They do have the beautiful hair of the cosmos, Keith. You are right about that. I'll give them that for sure.
Yeah, I mostly like I really like the new Marauder sculpts that they made and showed off, but I think they're just different vibes. Like
yeah, that's true.
I think these guys are like a Norska horde, essentially, is what I get from them.
Yeah.
And then the Dark Oath ones to me are like, I don't know, 10,000 BC like cave warrior people. Like they're just like savage warrior kind of thing instead of just like from the north.
Oh, the Dark Oath are like 10,000 BC.
Yeah, exactly.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, but like, never forget, like you were like, they're fine. Like 6.5,
yeah.
you know,
I'm not going to disagree that I like these ones better.
Yeah.
Like,
so I'm just pointing out. Okay. And by the way, Justin said in the chat, these sculpts are great, but I feel like people are using this as an opportunity to take shots at AOS. I have not seen that. I have not seen anyone talk about this. All I know is myself. I have not had a single spare moment and I'm not taking a shot at AOS. Like I'm actually trying to point out is that AOS has always killed it for sculpts. The sculpts are, you know, for the most part, like for what they're trying to do, they're basically perfect. They always have been. The times where we get these things where they don't measure up to other games is the exception, not the common case. So I don't know. I think most people are actually, even a lot of people like still take shots at the rule sets because they're not playing AOS anymore. So we're like, oh, Age of Sigmar, and like they're still into that stupid mentality. They're not playing the game though. And like when people bring that stuff up, I'm noticing more and more people are like, you clearly don't play the game. You know what I mean? Shut up. And like those people are now like, you know, the sort of cave trolls or whatever that come out. But anyway, I think these new models are so incredible. So it's another opportunity to proxy. Like a lot of people were using the cities of, what do you call it? Cathay, the Cathay models in Cities of Sigmar. And like the old world crowd does that probably a lot more than we do. Because like all the new Skaven models, all the new Lizardman models, all the new X, Y, and Z models, they're just going to use them because they're way better than the 30-year-old models that they're currently using, right? So, no, I mean, Age of Sigmar has the best models. It always has. But like, maybe not every time, because these models are incredible. I love them. Anyway, I just think it's remarkable that they are almost enticing me to play an army that I've never been interested in at all. So yeah, that's it. Anyway, all that to say, okay, should we try? So Pat, the rat, our good friend Pat, who went to Kippers, and like a good Skaven, he took Skaven. He came up with a new game. So actually, could you explain it? Because you just told me about it like 3 hours ago.
I can explain it. We played it a couple times and it was fun, and I think it'd be fun to do on the show too. Where basically one person picks a random war scroll, anything in the game, and then the only thing they tell the other person is like the core, like the common keyword. So to give you an example, let's say the random war scroll that I pick is like Gardas, Steel Soul.
Okay.
And so the keyword that I would give Rob is infantry, and then Rob has a certain amount of time, so like 60 seconds or something like that, to guess that it is Gardas Steel Soul with a series of yes or no questions. You can ask as many as you want.
I only get one keyword?
You get infantry, and that's it. And you have to
That's crazy. Wait, you don't even give me the army?
No, because what you do is you start asking, like, order, and I said yes or no, and then you
I
say,
see.
and then you kind of like narrow your way down
Crazy.
to find
Crazy.
what it is based on that.
Wild.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
you might ask like order,
what,
and it'd say yes, and then you'd
once
say
we
daughters.
start,
Yeah.
we can't look at the chat because that'll give them an opportunity to guess.
Yeah.
Okay. So wait, but you're going first, right?
Yep.
Okay. So you don't look at the chat. Wait, or is this what we're doing? Are we going to am I going to get suggestions from the chat?
You can get suggestions if you want to.
Or maybe I'll start it off. Okay. I'll pick something. Okay. I'll pick something. Actually, yeah, I know what I'm going to pick.
Okay. There are a couple caveats. You can't pick Croak because he doesn't have a keyword other than hero.
Really?
Yeah. And then also no faction terrain, please.
Croak has no...
He's not infantry.
No, I know, but like he must have something else.
He's got hero and that's it. Yeah.
He literally has hero.
He has like Seraphon and
yeah.
But I'm saying like there's no common keyword that would apply to Croak.
I see. Okay. Well, I already picked it, so this is what I'm going to go with. Okay. The keyword is wizard.
Wizard. Okay, so is it a hero?
Is it a hero? Yes.
Okay.
Is this 20 questions or is this like a minute?
1 minute.
1 minute. Okay.
We have started?
Yeah,
it's a hero wizard. Okay,
yeah.
Order?
Yes.
Stormcast Eternals.
No.
5 wounds.
No.
6 wounds or more.
Yes.
Monster.
No.
War Machine.
Nope.
Okay, 6 wounds or more. 10 wounds or more.
Nope.
7 wounds.
No.
6 wounds.
Nope.
8 wounds.
No.
9 wounds.
Yeah.
Okay. 9 wound wizard. That's weird. God. 9 wound wizard. That is a weird one.
Yeah.
Crap. Okay. You said no to Stormcast.
Mm-hmm.
Lumineth?
Nope.
Seraphon?
Yep.
Slan?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. That was a good one, right?
Yeah. Slan Starmaster, I think, right? Or
yeah.
Slan.
That's the right official name. Dang. Today's
I don't know if anyone was timing that.
Wizard. But... That was probably close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I gave Carson another caveat because like I don't know the names of like most of the like if you give me Lumineth, like I just don't know the names of like most of the names of their units essentially. So I just said like, can you keep it to like what do you call it? Armies that I either own or play against regularly. Like you could make it like an ogres thing. Like I could probably get there. Like I might have to be like like it was like lead belchers. I might have to be like, the guys that shoot, the gluttons that shoot or whatever, you know what I mean? Something like that. But as like if it's like Lumineth or like there's some armies out there, I just don't know the name of any of the units. Like, like the keyword's infantry, the Lumineth infantry, like close enough. Like it's kind of lame, right? So anyway, okay. Yeah. Here, I'll set a timer on my phone.
Okay. Yeah, let me know when you're ready.
You're Carson, so obviously you don't need to play by the rules, but I'm going to play by the rules. Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Here we go. Stopwatch and reset. Okay. So you give me the keyword, and as soon as you give me the keyword, I will hit it.
Okay. So this is an army that you're familiar with.
Okay.
And the keyword is cavalry.
Cavalry. Okay. I hit it. Blood Knights.
No.
Okay. Death.
No.
Okay. Order.
Yes.
Seraphon.
Yes.
Agrodons.
No.
The skink ones. Once again, Raptidons.
No.
Oh, because it could be pterodons or ripperdactyls. Pterodons.
No.
Ripperdactyls.
Be more specific.
Oh, aren't they called? The official name? The Ripperdactyls aren't. What else? Skink Ripperdactyls?
There's 2 units that have Ripperdactyls.
Oh, they have the Ripperdactyls keyword.
No,
there's Terrawings and then there's Ripperdactyls.
I know, but there are 2 units that have Ripperdactyl in the name.
Oh, Terrawings and Ripperdactyls. Is it like I'm over a minute actually?
Oh, okay, Ripperdactyl Riders, because there's Ripperdactyl Chief as well, right?
Oh, get out of here! Oh, get out of here! Get out of here! You got me on a technicality.
Yeah,
okay,
I did.
That was cheap stuff, Carson.
Yeah, it was.
I want to say I'm disappointed.
The one that
in
got
you, but
Matthias.
This is what I expected.
On Sunday night was I picked like one of the Fire Slayer's foot heroes.
Okay. Oh God, that's cruel.
And he was like 5 wounds. Yeah. 5 attacks, 3s, run 1 damage too. Yeah. There's like so many different profiles to go through, and it was like the one that he didn't know. It was the Doom
That's
sequel.
so cheap.
Yeah.
You're a cheap piece of crap. You're so much more generous than Age of Sigmar. What happened to you, Carson? Just like I want to win. I want to get you. Okay. Is it my turn?
Oh, we're gonna keep going. Okay, yeah. Yep,
Okay.
do it.
Okay. 1 second. Let me think. Okay. I know what I need to look up, but I gotta find it. I'm almost like saying stuff that's gonna give it away, and it's making it harder to. Okay. But you don't have to come up with the official name, right? Like, let's say there weren't, like Ripper. I was never gonna get
exactly.
riders.
The only thing
right?
I was caring about was whether you were referring to the hero,
right?
Or
So I should have, I should have said like, is it a hero? To get rid of that.
That's like the first question. We learned to ask that question like immediately.
Immediately?
It's like, hero? Okay.
Yeah. I'm new to this game. Okay. You can't pick any of them, right? You can't pick anything on here, right?
I mean,
like you can't pick a faction keyword, right?
no, like
That'd be so cheap.
It should be the standard keyword of like infantry,
Right.
cavalry, monster, war machine, that sort of thing.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Like there's some other interesting ones on here, but like 2 of these wouldn't really work. So infantry.
Okay. Hero?
Nope.
2 wounds?
Nope.
3 wounds?
Nope.
1 wound?
Nope.
4 wounds?
Yep.
Destruction?
Nope.
Chaos?
Nope.
Order?
Nope.
Death?
Yep.
Immortus Guard?
No.
Necrostalkers?
Yep.
Okay.
It's Necropolis Stalkers, technically. By the way,
yeah.
you got to time yourself because I can't.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was definitely less than 60 seconds. Though.
It was definitely less than 60 seconds. Yeah. Okay. Okay, you son of a bitch.
All right, then I've got one for you.
Okay. You came up with one already?
Let's see.
This is good. Catch him with an ogre reference that predates him. That'd be so funny. I actually did think about going ogres, but he knows that army too well. It'd be too quick.
Monster.
Monster. Okay. Is it a hero?
Yes.
Okay. Just death.
No.
Destruction.
Yes.
Gits.
No.
Oh, orcs.
Yes.
Is it a named character?
Yes.
Is it Cruel Boys?
No.
Is it Gazgul? Like the guy on the Maw Crusher, the named character on the Maw Crusher.
It is, yeah. Gordrak, not
Gordrak.
Gazgul's 40k. Yeah.
Dang it. Thank you. Gazgul. Oh, man. Him, even Gobsprat gets me. Like, I own that model, and I've painted him. Like, immediately after he came out, I love him, but I still forget his name sometimes. Oh man. Okay. Should we do one more each?
One more each. Yeah, let's
This
do it.
is a fun game. This is a great game that Pat created. Okay. Hats off to Pat. We should name it like something with his name in it. Pat's keyword game. No.
I have no idea.
AOS keywords by Pat. I don't know. You guys come up with it in the chat, okay? I'm gonna find a good thing to pick here. Let's see here. Ooh. Okay. Okay. I know what I'm picking. I just need to find the right thing. It's so hard not to like mess with myself.
Visibly Riley says we should call it key parties.
Key parties. Pat's key parties?
Pat's key parties.
That might insinuate something about Pat that we're not willing to commit to.
Perfect.
Here, 1 second. 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay. I need to find something.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Where is it? Oh.
Put your keys in the bowl, guy, says Riley. Yeah.
Okay. I have to pick something else.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay. Oh, actually, I've got an idea. Okay, here we go. This is going to be interesting. I've got infantry. Oh, you
Hero?
got to time yourself, by the way.
Okay. Wait, sorry.
Yeah.
Haha, now I know it's infantry. I've got the leg up before I start the time.
Yeah. Good job, buddy.
Starting it now.
Okay.
Okay. Hero?
No.
Infantry. Okay, 1 wound.
Yes.
Death?
No.
Order?
Nope.
Chaos?
Nope.
Destruction?
Yes.
Gits?
Yes.
Moonclan Stabbas?
No.
Moonclan Shootas?
No.
Infantry. What else does Gits have? That's infantry.
A lot.
That's 1 wound.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, that's true.
oh god. Oh, Loon Smasher Fanatics.
No.
Spore Splatter Fanatics.
Keep
Scourge of
going.
Iran.
Yeah.
Spore Splatter Fanatics. Okay.
Because I can't look it up. I can't look up the rest of the book. I've got the book, but I didn't unlock it.
Right.
So I was just like, oh man, I can't look it up. And then I was like, oh, but wait, there's the Scourge like Iran. Called shot says Doom Diver. I like it. I thought about the Doom Diver, but then I thought, well, it has to be a war machine. And it's like, it's going to be too quick because it's like Destruction War Machine. Like, okay. Although I think technically Dobby is a war machine. So that would have been. But once you just narrow it down by army, it's, you know. Yeah. Oh, Wahapedia Qual. Well, I mean, I guess I didn't say it, but next time.
That took me 48 seconds to
48
guess.
seconds? Okay. Man, that's crazy. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, you.
Oh, I got to get
Froze
my
for a
clock
second
ready. Right. Oh, I froze? Hopefully the stream didn't.
Nope, you're good now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. You give me the keyword and I'll hit it.
Okay, the keyword is
Yes.
infantry.
Infantry. Hero.
Yes.
Destruction.
No.
Death.
No.
Order.
Yes.
Order. Infantry hero. Seraphon.
No.
Ideneth.
Yes.
Oh geez, Tidecaster.
No.
The Soul Scryer.
Yes.
Nice. Oh god, I was so worried. There's so many. There's so many, and I haven't been playing that army lately either. So the keyword, like the names aren't in my head. Like Thrallmaster. Like what else? There's the Soul Render.
The new icon of the sea is infantry as well.
Oh man, that's true. Yeah, the what's her name?
Methala?
Methala. Yeah. The millennial, not millennial, the Gen Z named character of Idneth. Right. Wow.
Yeah.
That's fun. Could you do endless spells?
I guess. I don't think we were before.
Actually, but that'd be too easy, wouldn't it? You'd be
yeah,
like,
that's true.
You'd be like, it's a manifestation, and then you're just like, okay, now I just need to figure out what army it is. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or actually, that's not true because there is general manifestations, and you could actually
think
narrow
it
it
would
down
be harder
to spell.
because I don't know the names of all the manifestations. For
No,
every
you'd have to
faction.
you'd have to allow like, oh, the giant hand of Nagash thing. You know what I mean? The big bone hand coming out of the smoke or whatever. Yeah. Soggy Splatters are 70 points. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a fun game. Play it with your friends. See how it goes.
I really
Not everyone
like it.
knows all the war scrolls. Like it was great between Matthias and I because both of us are like very familiar with basically every army in the game.
Yeah,
but
show off.
But yeah, you can do the same thing that Rob did, where it's just limited to armies that you know that they know.
Yeah,
and it's still pretty fun. And it's interesting like how it's not that hard.
You could also, by the way, you could limit it by how many questions you get to ask.
Yep. Yeah, you can definitely do that too.
You could start off with 20 if you're like, oh, this is too easy or too hard. Because like you gotta like, you know, like hero is an automatic wasted question because you need to know every time right away. I just found out today. And then like faction is probably where you're gonna start next. So that might take you like 4. It seemed like we always got it on the last one.
Yeah.
And then there's like, you know, like how many different armies depending on whether it's order or not. So like, yeah, it's I think 20 is probably about good, but the minute timer makes it interesting, you know?
Yeah. Riley says have a lightning round where you have to spell it out at the end. Yeah.
Where you have to spell it out?
Yeah. Isharan Soul Scryer. Spell it out.
Yeah, get out of here.
Isharann.
I think so.
Space SOULSCRYER.
Yeah. All one word.
Huh.
Very good.
I just looked at it too, so that's much easier for me.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, and some of the things are like Eidolon, like that's an actual word. It's not like something they created or whatever, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. No, that's fun. Shout outs to Pat. I'm going to claim that I invented it, of course, as is tradition. I missed. Why don't you unlock your books, Rob? By the way, I was gonna pick the Arachnarok Flinger, but then I couldn't look it up in the app, and then I was just like, God, I really want to do it. So I was gonna go find my book, but I don't know where I put it. But the reason I didn't unlock it, Ludivicus asked why you don't unlock your books. That's the only one I didn't unlock, Ludivicus, because I wasn't sure if I was going to sell my gits, because Kenny's playing them on the channel, and he has that army, and I was just kind of like how many armies do I really want to own and play? And so I was thinking about selling them because I'm really proud of how I painted them. So I was like, well, and I might still sell them because like I'm really proud of how I painted them, so I could probably get like a decent amount of money for them. You know what I mean? Because they're painted well, in my opinion. But ultimately, I really like goblins and like squigs and trolls and spiders and all that jazz. Like I like the army. So it's like, okay, well, even though I originally got into them for the channel, when we were doing that Path to Glory campaign that's still actually locked behind. By the way, I actually meant to ask this last time, and like every now and again, it pops up on my YouTube feed for my own like personal YouTube like channel, whatever thing, and it's like, this is for members only, and it's our freaking campaign. I was thinking, like, should I unlock those for like non-members? Because like it's for AOS 3. So it's like, are people even going to really care? But I honestly want people just to see the dumb intros that we did, because they're really dumb. Like, they're super, super dumb. And that's kind of part of the fun. And it's Path to Glory. So I feel like the rules don't matter as much. It's mostly about like creating a story and, you know what I mean? Having fun. But yeah. What do people think? In the chat, in the comments. Should I unlock them? I have to go back and find them, but it should be pretty easy to do. I don't know. I was thinking about that. But yeah, I actually, like, I was thinking about it. The problem with Gits too is they just got a bunch of new models. Like, I've got a bunch of painted models, right? And I really want to paint up my Iron Jaws, for example. Obviously, my Skaven's always something I'm working on. But like I want to paint up my Iron Jaws, so it's like I've got a decent amount of stuff to paint. It's like, well, for Gits, I could just paint one unit. I could just paint like a Doom Diver, and then like just add it into that army that I already have, right? But then it's like, man, they release so many new things that, like, you know, like, how much more do I paint? Once I made the decision, like right now I'm planning on keeping them, but yeah, you had me at dumb. Okay. They're really dumb. Like the openings, though, like honestly, they're dumb in a way that's like almost a work of art, in my opinion. You know, the problem with Gits is that they're still in second edition subfaction spam mode. Yeah, that's kind of the same with or actually, they weren't that in second or third edition for Skaven, but I feel that way about Skaven a little bit. But yeah, Gits is probably worse, but then you can take advantage of all of them because of the way the moon works, right? So it is a problem. I'm not saying it's not a problem, but like can't you make the argument that it's good to have a couple, because that way you always have a unit that's being buffed depending on where the moon is?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you usually see mixed arms of some kind of Gits right now anyway.
Well, that's what I mean. So like, I feel like, yeah, it's not necessarily like maybe a little bit of spam, but not too much, you know? I don't know. I would probably wait until after Saga of 6. Oh, that's a great point, Ludovicus. Thank you. Yeah, that's a great point. I've had some, family stuff going on, so I haven't been able to edit them as much as I would like. I edited 2 of the videos. I edited Carson's, and I made him watch it, and he loves looking at himself. You wouldn't, think that would be true, but yeah. So he watched it right away, and he just said how much he enjoyed watching himself. I did his and I did Dan's for the full interview, and now I need to do the other 4. I was planning this weekend, but I went out to my brother's and stuff for the whole weekend. So, yeah. But anyway, so, and then there was one more thing. Oh, we were talking about doing a star chart.
Yeah, we can do that.
Cool. We could maybe even do
Kippers
2.
too.
Yeah. I was wondering, do you want to maybe, now this is like just, if you think it's too early, I totally understand. But I've had a surprising amount of experience playing against Nighthaunt and helping my son design his army. And you just played a whole tournament with them. Did you want to maybe do them?
Do a star chart about Nighthaunt?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
For sure.
Cool. Because we were kind of saying like, we'll leave the books, that came out recently, but like, even though it's the most recent book, like I feel like it's something that I can kind of talk about, and it seems pretty stable. Like, they might be a little underpowered. So if anything, it's just going to get a little bit more, just basically better in general life, I feel like, but, yeah, I mean, like,
I'm gonna find the chart.
It's better now, Riley, for sure. Except the moon on, yeah, really matters for trogs. The rest are pretty meh. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, like Squigs used to be so good under the moon Ludificus, like last edition, and now it's just kind of like, whatever, you know. Skaven had the second edition book had the general unlocks unit problems. It wasn't general; it was just heroes. Qual. It didn't matter for who your general was. Oh, you mean for that unlocked battle line? That's true, but like if you just had a scryer hero, you got warp sparks, for example. If you took a hell pit abomination, it got a mutation upgrade. You know what I'm saying? So like it wasn't based. You didn't have to pick a subfaction and then everything had to line up. Was that you? Oh, right, because of the ding dong.
Yep.
I don't know if that dinged for everyone, but okay. Ogre Mad Tribes.
So I made another sheet at the bottom for Night Haunt.
Sheet. Or sheet.
Sheet.
Okay. Night Haunt.
Yep. So just to kind of re-explain what this chart is, it's basically, if you've ever played, what is it? Persona has these. Like, there's a lot of Japanese games that have like this
a lot of fighting games have these. RPGs in general. Yeah, I think Persona has this too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So basically this is just, we've picked 7 different metrics.
And we call them the wrong thing. You called them star charts originally, and now that's just what I call them because I don't know. Yeah. I don't remember
it's
the
a radar
real name.
chart. That's what it is.
Oh, right. That's what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so basically we've got raw killiness. So just like if you put a hammer into this army, into any given unit, how likely is it to go smash? Raw tankiness. If a hammer goes into your unit, how likely are you to go smash? And then thematicness, like how does it feel on the tabletop? Does it feel like how its lore presents? Ease of play is just pretty self-explanatory.
Yep.
The tool set is everything that's, a different tool that you could have. So like buffs and debuffs, like movement shenanigans, your access to like a good spell lore, teleports, that sort of stuff is pretty good there. And then your mobility, which is self-explanatory, just how fast you are or teleported you are. And then your power projection, which is basically without physically being next to your opponent, how easy is it for you to like ruin their day? And that could be via like targeted debuffs, or it could be like shooting, for instance.
Or spells. Yeah.
Yep. Spell damage. Yeah, exactly.
Spell damage. Yeah. Keith corrected me in the chat. He says, actually, I think you will find it's Night Honk. I'm sorry. It's been a long day, Keith. Go easy on me. So first, it's going to be... Oh, and by the way, Qual says, I'm very pro not needing 6 boxes of any one thing. Spam being optimal is bad for everyone. Couldn't agree more. Carson, I will speak for Carson because he's already been on the record for this. He's always tried to build his armies like mixed arms, especially with ogres. So yeah, I think most people agree with that. It just looks better too. Like there's sometimes you were like, well, I want like a cavalry army, so blah, blah, blah. But anyway, okay. Night Honk, as it were. We have killiness. So
the chart, there we go.
So 3 being normal, 5 being one of the killiest units or killiest armies in the game, 1 being one of the least killy armies in the game, and then 2 and 4 respectively being in between those two things. 3 being perfectly average. Yeah. I'm going to go first for this. I don't know what you're going to say. Because we talked about a little bit about like what your thoughts were, and you've talked a little bit about killiness to me, but you haven't given me a ranking of what you think. I'm gonna say, for me, I think they're about a 2. I think they're like right in between, like maybe a 2.5. I could see coming up to a 2.5, but I feel like they're right in between on the low end of things. like between average and bottom tier.
And doing literally nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Like,
interesting because like go ahead.
Who's the least killy army in the game? Like
Probably
most armies have something.
some form of hammer.
Yeah. Like I'm thinking more the more I'm thinking about it, like they might be one of the lowest in the game.
Yeah, that's my thing too, is that it's, and I think we've said this before too, where it's not necessarily on a bell curve.
No, it's true. But we don't want to have the numbers be too homogenized where everyone's a 3 or a 4 or a 2. You know what I mean? Like we want to have a spread. We want these charts to be dynamic looking.
Yeah, the thing is that like most of the Night Haunt book is very not killy. Right?
Yeah.
Most of the Night Haunt book is like just grinding essentially.
Yeah.
And then you have one build which is like weirdly killy. The if you just spam Pyregeists essentially.
Oh, Pyregeists, right.
Yeah.
And that's kind of just a numbers problem though.
Yeah,
they're just like too efficient for their points.
Yeah, but you get like 170 shots.
That's crazy.
Or something like that at Ren 1 damage 1, which is like rattling gun level shooting essentially.
Yeah, that's way more than you would average get.
Yeah, and then they're just like pinging the crap out of stuff from mortal wounds if they're anywhere near objectives. So
that's over 3 times what 6 like rattling guns would do.
Yeah, I mean the range is far less, of course, but
that's true. But they also move farther, better.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep. So they can be very, very killy.
Right. Can they shoot in combat?
I can't remember.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. That's fair. But most of Night Haunt is not like that, which is why I was kind of leaning like 1.5 to 2.
Yeah.
So if you were thinking 2 to 2.5, I think it's safe for us to say 2.
I when I thought about it more though, I was leaning to 1.5 actually.
Yeah.
Like because like I can't name an army that's less killy than Night Haunt. Like even if we don't want to say a 1 for some kind of reason, you know, like if you take like my son doesn't own any Pyregeists, right? Like he's got a pretty big Night Haunt army. He owns 0 Pyregeists because they're brand-ish new models, right? So if he takes any army that he can build, very low on killiness, right? So I feel like 1.5 is actually really fair.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay.
So we can set that to 1.5. And I think that's fair because like if you take any one like reinforced unit in Night Haunt,
yeah,
I would never classify any of them as a hammer.
No, that's the
even
thing.
I've been toying around with like banshees, and even with like 8 banshees on plus
banshees.
1. Yeah, exactly. Even with 8 banshees on +1 attack, it's like okay, they become a like an honorary 6-pack of gluttons statistically.
Right.
And a 6-pack of gluttons is I wouldn't consider like a huge hammer. Like a 6-pack, they'll hit hard.
No,
for
that's
sure.
true.
Harder than you would expect, but to get banshees to that point, that's a reinforced unit with a once per game artifact giving them +1 attack.
Right.
So it's like not that great.
No, and like how many points is that too?
It's 180 points. It's not very much. But
and how much is a 6-pack of gluttons? 230.
But still, but that's again, you're using a once per game artifact to get them to that point.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think 1.5 is fair. Like there's almost nothing in Night Haunt, I think, that's gonna go in and just like shred something without you having to line up a whole bunch of different pieces first. So like maybe you have a Scriptor Mortis that gives crit mortals to your dudes, and then you get +1 attack, and it's a reinforced block of like Blade Geists. Then all of a sudden you've got 60 attacks with crit mortal, and you're like, sure, you're gonna shred something.
Yeah.
But you had to do so many things to get to that point that.
Well, that's it. Well, and like Qual said in the chat, 1 killiness would be everything has the output of clan rats, but don't sleep on clan rats. Like you can make those things really killy. You know, you can make them +1 to wound, +1 to hit, -1 rend, crit mortal, like all sorts of stuff. And a lot of attacks crit, and they're always crit auto wound, right? So, yeah, don't sleep on clan rats. They can do a lot of damage.
Yep.
You know, properly buffed.
And then
So it's kind of the same thing,
tankiness.
right? Tankiness. This is a hard one. Like, because they've changed so much.
Yeah. Nighthaunt, so they have a 6-up save ethereal now.
Right.
And they have a blanket 5-up ward for the entire army.
Right. And then it's 5 up for all heroes and like a few other things like the coach.
Yeah.
And I forget what else. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then you can't suffer negatives to. So basically, you don't care about rend whatsoever.
Right.
Which makes some armies like really swingy into you. Like if someone's got like a big monster mash build, and you all up defense, all of a sudden you're saying like, well, 1/3 of your attacks are not going to get through, and then I'm going to ward 1/3 of that damage again.
Yeah.
And you could swing your saves to be like, easily like half or 2/3 5s or something, just because if it's a low number of attacks, it's not that unlikely to do so.
And it can go the other way too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But usually you as the Nighthaunt player, you're not really relying on your saves that much.
No.
It's kind of just like, oh, if I get them, I get them. And I might as well out defense just because I'm not killy anyway. I don't really need to all out attack.
That's true. Yeah.
So and you also have implicit tankiness in the amount of wounds that you have, as well as the recursion that you have access to in this army.
I agree. I wanted to bring that up.
Yeah. So you're going to be healing at the end of every turn, and chances are you're bringing a Ruler of Spectral Hosts to be healing in your hero phase too. And if you bring Lady Olander, then you've got that extra recursion once per game too. And I had a heartbreaking moment against a Wolfgitz player this weekend where I recurred he killed like half of every unit I had or something like that.
Jeez.
And
then Olander popped off.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man.
He didn't focus down.
Not heartbreaking for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I brought back like 16 models or something like that that turn.
Jeez.
And I just saw the life leave his eyes, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta that's the thing, you almost have to overcommit to killing them.
Exactly.
Which kind of there is an implicit tankiness there. I have an idea what I think of for tankiness, but where are you kind of landing?
I'm kind of thinking like a 3.5.
Okay.
Where it's like more tanky than average.
Right.
But because it's weird, I'm hesitant to sit. Like we rated Iron Jaws like a 4, for instance.
Right.
And Slaves to Darkness 4, Stormcast a 4. Maybe they are a 4, but for a different reason.
That's what I was thinking. That's actually what I was thinking. I was thinking 4, but for a different reason. Because it's like if you have a ton of mortal wounds, but no rend, then Nighthaunt are way tankier than Iron Jaws.
Yeah, depending on the type of damage that comes into them, it's awful. Like if you're trying to do a little bit of damage in every phase, the Nighthaunt player is almost always going to be bringing a Cruel Gas Cruciator, which is ignoring the first damage of every phase.
Yeah.
And you're just like, okay, I have tons of wounds and I'm ignoring one of them anyway. So
yeah, and I've got a 5-up ward.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so there were so many times where again, it was just heartbreaking for my opponents sometimes where they have all these chip damage things that they were relying on.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, ward 1, ignore the first one. You did 2 damage, it's actually 0. Sorry. And then and then they go into the next phase and they do another thing like an impact mortal. Same thing happens. And then they attack me. And then I'm like, okay, I'll defend. And it's just exhausting.
Yeah.
to deal with.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, I think a 4 is fair.
Okay.
They can be, they're pretty tanky.
This is kind of, and we're trying to be as fair as possible. And part of the reason we do this is to kind of, if someone's we're making these charts for people who care about how they play before they get into the army. It gives them an idea. We're going to make a big chart at the end of all the different armies and just be you can just kind of give it to your friend. If these are the kinds of things that you're looking for, bam, here you go. Okay. Let's see.
Thematicness.
Oh, right. This is a weird one for Nighthaunt in particular.
I think this... Go ahead, sorry.
When you think of a ghost, I almost feel like the old way was more thematic, where it's they're ethereal, so you're kind of... You know what I mean? You're swinging into the wind, and maybe you get lucky, maybe you don't. But that's not enough either, right? They all fly. Okay, sure. to make them more thematic, they could do cool stuff like they can move through terrain, for example. Like it's not there.
Well, they
because they're ghosts.
They can fly.
Well, they can. Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter, does it?
Yeah.
That's fair. Or people? I don't know. Actually, I feel like that's sort of what they can do actually with their subfactions, huh?
Yeah. I think
never mind.
This one's kind of like a controversial thing because Alex brought it up to me where the original lore of Night Haunt was that they're like the vanguard of the death
right.
Grand Alliance death rather. In that they're like super quick and they just like come in, they strike and like it's like overwhelming and crazy. It's like imagine like a scene in the Battle of Minas Tirith where that ghost army just comes and just like swoops over the entire crowd of stuff. It's just fast and like terrifying kind of thing. And they were that in the Index, I think, where they were really fast. They kicked the crap out of people. Like they did a lot of damage and their recursion was still pretty good, but they changed their thematic play into something else with the book. The book, they completely flipped it on its head where it's like, now instead of this like super fast vanguard attack, you have this army that just slowly feels like it's choking you out over 5 turns. And I definitely feel that every time I play. We're like,
because it's mounting dread, right? It's like
exactly.
Yeah. Interesting.
Like, every time I've played a Night Haunt game, I almost never lose like huge with it. I'm just kind of like slowly like getting my points and like slowly like, oh, you don't score that because you're minus 4 OC now or something because it's about around 4, and I'm just like slowly like just grasping on to like every point that I can, and I think they nailed that for sure. Like it really feels like an army that does that, and yeah, that I like that a lot. So I actually prefer it how it is now.
Cool. I like
because before I was like, okay, it's just a horde army that does a bunch of damage with a 4-up ethereal save. That's their shtick.
Right.
Because rules wise, it wasn't as interesting to me, but a lot of other people feel the opposite. So, what do you think?
Oh man, it's a good point about the mounting dread. I would have loved to have seen something more than OC. I think when they interact with OC, like they do the same thing with Tyranids, hey, in 40K. They interact with your OC and like, you know what I mean? There's like, because we don't have leadership anymore. There's no leadership tests or bravery checks and that kind of thing. So like their ability to kind of mess with the theme of Night Haunt is sort of diminished in my opinion. So granted that's kind like some of their tools have been taken away, I think they did a really good job. So I agree with what you said, but I don't want to put the number. I want you to put the number first.
I would say they could be more like
they could be for sure.
Yeah, totally. When I think of like ghosts, I think of like hard to grasp, like slippery.
Yep.
Like hard to get rid of, so tanky, and then like just slowly choking you up, kind of thing. Like I was saying, and in that sense, I feel all 3 of those things. Where like the army's tanky, it can be very slippery, and it's just like slowly winning the game, even though it looks like they're dying. So I would give it like a 4 for my personal opinions.
That's what I would have said too, actually. Like I was thinking like, and even if you think like the best, most thematic book in the game being probably Flesh Eater Courts now, and like maybe Stormcast is like a 3, for theme and stuff like that. They're probably like in between the 2. I think that's pretty fair. Yeah. Like perfectly in between the 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, even if you had said 4.5 or 3.5, I was like, I could go either way, but I was thinking 4 as well. So after what you said, yeah.
Okay.
Ease of play.
It's not a particularly complicated army. I think the problem though is that the nature of a war game is that you kind of want to walk up and kill people.
Yep.
Whereas this entire army, the only reason I was staying in my games is because I was like, I want to interact with you as little as possible. And I'm just going to stand on this point until you deal with me, sort of thing.
Right.
And that's, if you realize that, it's not a particularly hard army to play.
Right.
But
it's counterintuitive.
It's counterintuitive. Yeah. So because of that,
a lot of it is, and there's a lot of bubbles and ranges that are quite tight. You have to remember a lot of things to do in specific turns, like your terrain. You got to remember to bring it with you, and like all these little interactions. You want to place it in such a way that they pile into it, because you can't just push it into the people. Like there's a lot of little things like this. I think like I could see the argument going either way. Like 4 being like a little bit easier to play than average, and 2 being a little bit harder. Like I could see the argument for anything. I don't think they're like the easiest army in the game, like a 5. I don't think they're the hardest army in the game, nowhere near it. I think that they're just counterintuitive enough, and there's just enough bubbles and specific things to remember that I think they're just a little bit harder than average.
Yeah. So like a 2.5?
That's what I would say. Yeah. But
I think
like
that makes sense.
Yeah, let me know let us know in the chat and whatever, if you guys, and the comment section, if you guys think we're if we're off a little bit. It doesn't mean we'll change it, but they do have, like, I don't know, this is our feeling so far. Yeah. And it's just, the idea is to, again, give people an idea when they're getting into the army, what it's like. Tool set. This is interesting.
Yeah, this is interesting, because they kind of actually lost a lot of their tools.
Yeah.
Going from index to the book.
And they did gain others, but
yep.
Whether they're not like, they're definitely, I would say, less blue deck than they were. Right?
Well, it's interesting because like the tools of the previous book, like cascaded with how aggressive the index edition was.
Right.
Where they had their whole like Tides of Grief or whatever it was called. Whenever you charged with a certain unit, you could apply like a -1 to hit or a -1 to save or what.
Yeah.
And then they had a spell for a -1 to wound. So they had like a lot more debuffs and like recursion via spells.
Yep.
And I think that I'm disappointed
and I think
with this.
Easier to use buffs as well. Like previously.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas almost every hero phase, I'm like, what do I even cast? Like, because with that style of play, I was like, I don't really want to cast Lady Olander's spell because it only lasts for the turn, and it's no positive modifiers, which is an aggressive thing. It's like,
right.
Now I want to go kill that thing because it's not going to be able to punch me back very well.
So you might cast that on the other person's turn as a counter cast, but not
exactly.
Right.
But then that's a CP I have to spend on a counter cast. And then the other spell is like Fight Last, but only on a hero. And I'm like, okay. The problem is Fight Last doesn't matter that much if you're not that killy.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
true.
Cool, my whole army gets to go before you, but you're still alive.
That's true. Yeah.
And then Fell Blades is a weird one because it's like you have to attack with one unit and then it applies the -1 to save, and then the other unit attacks.
And again,
like,
it's all this to make them killy, which you're not trying to do anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then the only real useful spell I find is like Wrench Souls, which is the move in the hero phase thing. I'm like, yes, I would like an extra move. That sounds good.
Right.
And so your tool set is kind of like counterintuitive to the way that you want to play. So I wouldn't say that you don't have a tool set. I would just say that it's not that useful. Like,
I mean, like there is the terrain. There is like a few different things out there. And there's like buffs from like certain characters, like what's this? The Guardian of Souls like gives +1 to wound. I know that's like an aggressive thing, but then there's like weird stuff like with the Mirmore Banshees where they can unbind spells and do different things like that. I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying. I do think that they're lower than average, but I'm not sure by how much. Like, I don't think they're too bad. I'd probably say 2 or 2.5.
I was going to think of 2.5, where it's like just a little bit worse than average. And it's not even because they don't have tools. They actually have a lot of tools.
They do. That's true. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, you should probably lean away from your tool set, weirdly. Yeah, that's a good point. Mobility.
Your tool set will not have a huge impact on the mobility. Yeah.
Right.
So they're pretty mobile. By default, pretty much everything in the army moves 8 inches, which is faster than average already.
Yep.
It all
flies.
It all flies, yeah. So you don't have to worry about terrain.
Yep.
You have a hero phase move spell.
Yep.
Which is nice. Extra moves always good.
Yep.
And then you also have a army-wide teleport for a CP.
You do.
Which is pretty nice too. And then you have some other teleports you can get from other stuff like Dreadblade Heroes.
Dreadblade Heroes, Larry the Downer, and then we haven't even talked about their sub factions. And there's 2 different sub factions with amazing movement shenanigans. They're very mobile. They're like incredibly mobile. Actually, they got to be one of the best ones in the game for mobility, right?
Yeah.
Like if you consider all those things.
Yeah, exactly. So I would probably give them like a 4.
Really? I was going to say like 4.5 probably.
We gave ogres a 4, which I guess, to be fair, ogres are faster than Nighthaunt, but there's no teleports.
There's no teleports, and they don't all fly.
Yeah.
And there isn't additional shenanigans with the sub-faction.
We gave Stormcast a 4, which does have teleports, but is slower than that. Yeah, I think a 4.5 is actually fair.
Right?
Because they're like pretty fast, and
yeah,
exactly.
Like I don't usually kind of like with all these numbers. I was like, I could go either way, but like mobility, I was like, I think 4.5. Like I feel a little stronger about this than most of the other ones. But power projection. The final the current star chart looks like some kind of grub or like a snail, or something weird.
It looks like the little worms and like Worms Armageddon. Like
those guys are great. Oh man, that's such a great game. I like the 2D ones more than the 3D ones, but we actually have you heard about those beetles that are like infesting the local lawns and stuff like that? They're just like ruining everyone's lawns because they lay them in the grass, and then the crows come and everything comes and it just like digs up your lawn. I hadn't heard about it, but it's like a real problem apparently. Yeah. Anyway, power projection.
Pretty low.
Pretty darn low.
Yeah.
Like
no great shooting. Well, okay, sorry. Power. The
problem is like
Pyregeist,
right? Yeah. That's true.
But the thing is that Pyregeist still need to get relatively close to you.
That's true. And like Lady Allender, her shooting is nothing to sneeze at. Like even though it's like one shot. Yeah, but it's 2s and 2s and it's like -3 or something like 4. I can't even remember. It's crazy. Yeah. It's like weirdly consistent for one shot. But like, there are crossbows and, there's a few other weird things, but on the whole, like, again, it's if you take the average army and the average person's collection, you don't like spam one exact, like you could say like, oh, the Doom Diver, is a standout thing for Git's shooting. Okay, but it's not their only thing. There's the Flinger. You know what I mean? Like there's trolls have some shooting, and like there's little bits and bobs of shooting here and there, right? So, but like if they pretty much only have Pyregeist, I don't know. I think like we gave Skaven, like there was something to do with Skaven. We were like, well, they have this one thing that does this one thing really well, but that's not the whole army. That's not the army. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So if you take the average army, like the problem is that like if you took up this one war scroll, like let's say someone can't buy Pyregeist because they're sold out, which they probably are considering how powerful they are, right?
Yeah. I mean, I can give you an example of how power projection heavy they are without them because I ran one over the weekend.
That's true. Well, without exactly. Well, that's kind of where I'm going. But like let's say you can't buy Pyregeist, then they become like a 1, right?
It's not a 1. So the thing is, like, that was actually probably what surprised a decent amount of my opponents.
Okay.
Was that you have Lady O's shot, you have the Cruel Gas with 4 shots.
The Cruel Gas. Oh, Crusader, I forgot about him.
Yeah,
that's true.
And then I had Chain Gas that were shooting too. So all in all, I had like 12 shots at Ren 2 damage 1, and then 1 shot at Ren 3 damage D6, and it's like
interesting.
It's not nothing. It's like it's not. I would never rely on it to actually kill something, but I might rely on it to like soften a couple damage off something.
Right, or maybe take out like a really like scraggly like Tree Revenants or something like. Yeah, like that. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
And because of that, like you have to think there's some armies that don't have any power projection whatsoever. Like we gave Slaves to Darkness a 1.5, and we gave Iron
Right.
Jaws a 1, right? Iron Jaws has
Right.
literally nothing. Like
I mean,
except
they
for
have
vomit.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the scream or whatever of the Maw Crusher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it.
And the vomit blast from the shaman.
Oh, right. And I guess there is some in like the endless spells, like in a way, and like
I guess.
and in the spells and or prayers. But yeah, but still, I agree with the 1.5 for what we gave Iron Jaws.
Yeah.
So what do we give them?
I would say this is like a 2 or a 2.5.
Yeah,
probably.
I'm good with either.
I think
you convinced me.
Still,
Totally.
I would say 2 if Pyregeist didn't exist, but 2.5 because they do.
Right.
Does that make sense? So it's like they're worse than average, but they're not awful.
They're
like,
not awful.
You can still rely on it for something.
2 seems pretty good to me because that's right in between dog poo and average.
Yeah, but Slaves to Darkness being 1.5, having like what other than its spells, right? Because you gotta
should slaves have been a 1?
Well, no, because we said that you have it's not just killing someone,
right?
That is power projection. It's like being able to ruin someone's day, and you can do that at a range of Slaves to Darkness with some of the spells, and
that's fair.
Yada yada. And the same is sort of true for Night Haunt. Like Lady Elender's spell, no positives at a range. Well, I guess that you still have to get near them for that to matter. But like,
yeah, pretty close.
Spike Last on a hero kind of sucks.
Right.
The shooting is a little annoying. Yeah.
Yeah. I am fine with 2.5 if it were kind of come down to just me. If someone's like, you got to make the decision, I would say 2, personally. But 2.5 is perfectly acceptable. We don't want to get into the 2.25s and that kind of thing. So,
yeah, that's fair.
That
is fair. Yeah. Okay, let's go.
You make the okay.
Let's do it.
I was gonna say you make the final call though. Like I'll be happy with whatever you say.
Yeah.
So now the grub is
even
sleeping.
with their all their shooting is like 10 to 12 inch range.
Yeah, that's the other thing. So. And they do move fast and teleport and whatnot. So you can teleport outside of 9 and still shoot things, but then they can redeploy, and it's like, it's hard. But I'm fine with either. So yeah.
Cool. So that's our chart.
I like it. I think it's good. Should we do one more? We've been neglecting these a little bit. Power projection 1, says Ledivicus. I don't know. Like, do you still think so, Ledivicus? Like, because Carson kind of convinced me more towards the end. Soggy Coach, someone asked. That's a good point.
That's more of a mobility thing because it teleports or it doesn't teleport, but you can
You could teleport one of them.
Yeah, you can teleport it, and then it charges 3d6.
Right.
Basically.
Right. So and Ledivicus said, didn't we include melee projection in STD? I think, we didn't. Okay.
No, I don't believe so.
Yeah, and that makes sense because that's movement and that's killingness. So yeah, that makes sense. We might have, but we're going to say no. Officially, no, we didn't. Okay. So what's the next one?
We could do KO.
Sure. KO is something where I'm going to struggle to kind of input, but I'll do my best,
Okay.
Because people have been playing them a lot and they did get nerfed. So it does feel like a good time. It feels like other people more than me have got a better grasp on the army. So yeah, I'm cool with that.
We could also do Feck because you're more familiar with them too.
I am more familiar with Feck, but I think Feck needs to calm down because they came out and then they got nerfed right away. And I actually don't think that they deserve that nerf. So I actually would like not as far as they did. Like some stuff, definitely a good idea, but they nerfed like everything and a lot of stuff got like little nerfs. You know what I mean?
Feck is like one of the best armies in the game right now. What are you talking about?
You think it still is?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's definitely one of the best right now.
Even after the nerf.
Yeah, definitely.
Interesting.
I think right now you have like Fire Slayers.
I haven't seen them like in the upper echelons of tournaments. And I don't, although I guess what did they get at Kippers? Someone got like
second.
Second. Oh, no, shoot. Was it?
I mean, not second, but it was like top 4 or something like that.
Yeah, was it fourth or?
It was
Yeah.
Taylor. Yeah, it was. They always do pretty well. Like it's a
Interesting.
very good army.
Interesting. I mean, some stuff though. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm not ready yet with Feck. I would like a little more time with them.
I agree. Yeah.
But because it's very even if it's not like even if I'm wrong, which is very possible because I haven't played nearly enough games with them. I haven't been playing much Age of Sigmar at all lately. Like it's very mercurial. They're not settled. You know what I mean? Like they came out instant nerf, and now you're saying they're still really good, and I'm going, I don't know, like that kind of thing. It just feels like they're in flux still. So like they might get another nerf, or they might get some things readjusted. Like I think Flayers, like I have no idea why Flayers went up. Like anyway, it's fine.
I don't know either.
Yeah. So like there's a few things like that. But what else do we have? We've done Iron Jaws. We could do Cruel Boys.
Cruel Boys, I feel like, is also in flux, and they're also in a really good spot right now.
Oh, that's true. Fair enough. Okay, what else do we have? Idneth?
We could do Idneth. I feel similarly like unfamiliar with them.
That's fair.
Oh.
What else do we have? We could do Gits. They've been out for a while.
Yeah, but they just got that like hot update. Like a huge amount of. Right. They're probably one of the best armies in the game right now too.
Oh my gosh, are they really? I'm glad to hear it. What's good in Gits right now?
Well, right now you just have like extreme efficiency in a lot of different war scrolls, and then you've also got the Sunstealer Wheelers, which is like game breakingly good.
Really sick.
Yeah. That's because all you do is you just like they're huge, right? They're chariots. You have a 4-pack of them, and you walk them in front of your opponent, and your opponent goes like, it's my turn now, and they walk outside of 3, and then they just move 12 away.
That's so annoying.
Like,
oh man.
And then your opponent doesn't get to do anything their entire turn. And if they double you, then they walk up again, and you just leave one more time. And if for some reason they get too close to you or they surround you or something, you pop your little plus 6-inch move and -1 to hit, and now they move 18 instead of 12, and they just leave. And because they can pass over stuff, you can't even box them in.
Whoa.
So,
jeez.
It's bad. And they explicitly made that change to do that.
Okay, never mind. Okay. Name another army?
I don't know. We're running out of ones that.
Oh man, I don't think that Soulblight Gravelords have had a chance to settle, and they are also currently one of the best armies in the game. Like really strong, very consistent. I'm trying to come up with more armies, Carson. Giants? I'm just naming things right now.
It's tough because it's
Zeech.
Like one that we're both familiar with, and
it doesn't have to be.
Stable.
It doesn't have. We don't have to both be familiar with it. I'm like
Devin says, "Wait, we talking Soulblight Gravelords?"
Yeah, I mean we could.
You just won with them at the Season of War GT.
Yeah.
Devin did.
They seem really good, and like it feels like maybe they are like Seraphon, Zeech. I'm good with any of those. Yeah.
Zeech?
Sure. Let's do it.
Sure.
Let's do it. Love it.
Locking it in.
Okay.
Duplicate
But
sheet.
you have to write it in properly. It is the proper way to write it is TITSNITCH.
Yeah, I think I got it right. Can you check?
Okay. Yep. I like how it's in all capitals. Nailed it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I thought it was one word, but I think you're right, actually. I think this is correct. Or maybe it's hyphenated. It doesn't matter. It's fine. We'll figure it out later.
There's a glottal stop. There's a glottal
stop. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. There's a lot of consonants there. There's like 3 in a row.
Yeah.
There's 3 in a row twice. It's all over the place. Killiness.
killiness.
This is
Zeech,
not as easy as like you would maybe think, right?
yeah. Zeech has access to some things that can hit fairly
Can
hard.
kill. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. Yeah. Will
Um,
it kill?
yeah. But Zeech very much so wants to like survive you and then slowly table you,
Yep.
essentially.
Yep.
While like controlling the state of the board.
Yep.
It has more access to things that hit harder than Night Haunt, I would say.
I agree.
But like I wouldn't expect a Zeech player to cross the table and table me in one turn.
No, for
Like I
sure.
would.
Yeah.
Like ogres or Slaves to Darkness or even a Stormcast player could do that.
What are their most killy units?
Like Kenrick acolytes, if they're near a manifestation, can hit real hard.
They can throw out some damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Zangors?
Zangors can hit
Yeah.
pretty hard, but it's all Ren 1 kind of thing. Like it's
Yeah.
not horrible.
It's not great. Yeah.
Even a bird with like the spicy sword
Yeah.
can be pretty hitty, but it's not.
He can give you a little bit of a bad touch, but
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
So like there's a couple things. I mean, like Flamers can hurt infantry fairly well too. So
Are they even average?
like
Not really, right?
Yeah.
Like, they've got to be a little lower than average. Like we gave.
I think Zeech being at 2.5 would make sense.
I think that's good. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like
I
they're
agree.
not. Yeah, they're not.
Let
like,
us know in the
super-
chat. I don't know. You know, like what's like average killiness is probably Stormcast. I don't think they're that killy.
Yeah, we put Stormcast as like a 3.5.
Oh, did we? Interesting.
Yeah. Slightly above average killing.
So they are above average. Who do we give a 3 to?
I don't think we've given a 3 to anyone.
Oh,
yet.
gee. It's hard because it feels like what is average killiness in a game where everyone has the ability to kill. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of the thing. I think they're lower than average though. We got to find an army that's like average.
Yeah. A lot of people in the chat are saying 3 as well.
Interesting. Are they average?
I think
Are they right in the middle of the pack?
I still
they're a
feel
little
comfortable
lower.
with a 2.5. It's
I
tough
agree.
because like they can do a lot of damage, but a lot of it has to do with their tool set
Their tool set,
interacting with
which
you
is exactly that's what
in
I
a
was
way
gonna
that
say.
makes it hard for you to present the damage incoming. But if you
Exactly.
can prevent the damage, it's like
Yeah.
they're not just going to punch you to death, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then their tankiness,
Lower.
I would also say is like a 2.5.
I agree with that. Yeah.
It's like just a little bit less than like they have access to a lot of wounds, and
Yep.
like the only
And-
thing carrying their tankiness is horrors, essentially.
Whores. And then don't they have access to -1 to hit? Or no, is that tool set?
That's tool set.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like debuffs and stuff like that. But inherent tankiness, I would say is 2.5. It's pretty. It's
Right.
not great.
But
Maybe
the
even a
horror's recursion is like a form of tankiness on its own. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think I agree with that. Like on the whole, like they're rocking a lot of like 5-up saves. You know what I mean? Like not huge wound density or mortal wound shrugs. Yeah, no, I think that's fair. Yeah. Fred's tankiness is like a 9. That's his tool set, Alex. It's his tool set. He's got a giant tool, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then thematic. How thematic is Zeech?
That is hard for me to answer right now. They used to be quite thematic, I thought. Very thematic, actually. They still have their, what's it called? The Destiny dice, which is like, it's truly like one of the coolest mechanics they've ever come up with. It's so Zeechian. It's mwah, it's chef's kiss. But other than that, I mean, they should feel blue deck, which they do.
They do. Yeah.
Like they're probably the most blue deck thing in the game, and that sort of feels Zeechian. I think it's on the higher end of things personally, but like not wildly, not like amazing.
Yeah.
They could do better.
I'd be inclined to give them like a 3.5.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, where it's like it's more thematic than average, but it's not like
Right.
incredible.
No, exactly. Exactly.
Where I think we keep referring to Flesh Eater Courts as like a 5.
That's the
point.
gold standard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the gold standard for sure. Super cool.
Okay, and then ease of play, I think
One.
is going to be quite low.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
maybe they've changed since third. Maybe they've gotten a bit more manageable. But no, they're a Byzantine nightmare. And they've always been that way. And they should be. Like, honestly, that's part of their theme. It almost makes me want to give their theme a better score. But I mean 1 or 1.5. Like, they've got to be one of the hardest armies to play in the game, if not the hardest army to play in the game.
I don't think they're the hardest, but I think they are hard.
What's
so I
a
think the
harder
1.5
army
is
to play?
fair.
Okay.
Harder army to play than Zeech is... I mean, I'm agreeing with you that they're among the hardest.
Among
but
the
I'm trying to
hardest.
think like what is definitely harder to play than Zeech? Probably
Idoneth?
yeah, but that's maybe just because they're not great right now.
That's possible.
I think
Yeah, that's a good point.
that's the thing too. Is like it's hard to it's easy to conflate like how good the army is versus like
For
how
sure.
hard they are to play.
But like I was
Cities.
playing Cities.
I actually think Cities is harder to play than Zeech.
Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You found one.
Yeah.
But like if they're like tied or maybe like the second hardest army to play in the game, I feel we can give them a 1 at this point.
I don't know. Because there's some builds in Zeech that are like the
Oh,
current
okay.
builds that people run are just
That's
like not.
fair. I'm not
complicated.
familiar with that. Okay.
It's like a lot of it's just like I put a whole
reach
bunch
for
of
the
horrors down.
stars, though, Carson. I want to really give people a feel for how, you know what I mean? Like if you get, I guess that's a good point though. Like if there are builds out there that exist, like that I'm more unfamiliar with, but like if you're just taking horrors, it's already bumping up the difficulty on how you play your army. Just like following the rules of horrors is a pain in the ass and difficult to figure out. Like I'll if you want to do 1.5, I will allow it.
Yeah, I feel strongly that it's a 1.
Okay.
That's not like the
if we
hardest.
do cities though, they have to be a 1.
Okay.
Because
Sounds
like I want to have 1s and I want to have 5s. You know what I mean? For me personally, if they are like the second hardest army to play in the game, I think most of the time they should be a 1, right? Because there's like what 28 armies or something like that in the game now with Chaos Dwarves approximately, right? So like we want to see like a stretch. You know what I mean? We want to see like there should theoretically be quite a band of numbers. Like you could have like theoretically you could have 28 numbers and you could have the hardest. It could go from a 1 to a 28. You know what I mean? So I feel like to get the most out of our 5, or it's a 10-point system, I guess, with the halves, we have to reach for the stars, Carson. You know? Yeah. I want to give out more 1s and more 5s. You know?
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's very
Okay.
fair.
Okay. Tool set.
Pretty dang good. Like
Best tool set in
the
the
whole
game?
army.
Yeah, it is. It's what they do. It's what they do.
Yeah, a lot of tools to get out of a lot of situations is
Yeah.
what Siege does.
And a lot of funky little things like with spawn and their spells and endless spells. They've got 2 different sets of spells, which is the only other army that has that is Seraphon to my remembrance. Oh no, that's not true. Git's got that with the Scourge Guy Ran update for now. They
Yeah.
have the lore of Frazzlegit or whatever it's called. But still, like incredible tool set. Maybe the best tool set in the game. I can't think of a better army.
It's at least a 4.5, and I'm trying to
At
think
least a 4.5, yeah.
I think Cities is actually
Is a 5.
again a 5. Like
Yeah. But again, if they're number 2,
yeah.
And if you're gonna play the army, you have to play their tool set. And like it's everywhere. Like you could play a city's army that has less tools. Like if you take an average tool set for cities, random units, and you take it for Zeech, you're probably gonna have more tools in Zeech. If we're talking average. Yeah. If we're going back to the ease of play being a 1.5, I think they should be a 5.
Yeah, I think I agree with the 5 because we use the argument with Nighthaunt that they have tools, they're just not useful.
Exactly.
Therefore, it's worse. But Zeech, their tools are very useful, and it's like integral to how they play the game.
It's integral.
So I think, so I think a 5 is fair.
Okay.
And then mobility.
Mobility, I'm not as familiar with some of their mobility options.
Yeah, so I mean, like, the teleport spell is a big one.
Yeah.
That's like basically guaranteed to get off for a bunch of stuff.
Right.
They've got their Scourge of Garan Thaumaturge, which can like teleport and then treat itself as if it had charged, which is kind of cute. It's got
but their speed is pretty average. Actually, that's not true at all. They've got like screamers. They've got the chariots that move like 16
some stuff
inches.
is really fast.
Yeah, some stuff
like
is
the birds
really
are fast.
The birds are obviously fast. They're monsters and they fly.
I think they can give the Zangors a run and charge as well.
Okay.
It's on like a 2-upper, a 3-upper.
So they're on the higher end of things then overall.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
I think I would give them a 4. It's not like the best.
That's where I was leaning too. I think that's good.
And then power projection.
You should be excessive by doing Slanesh after this. We could probably fit them in. And power projection, I think that they're on the higher end of things because of their spells, and they have a decent amount of shooting as well. And they have access to like some really cool, like, like burn shenanigans with their power projection.
Yep.
I don't know. I think 4 is pretty good. It's actually pretty accurate.
I agree.
For them. Yeah.
Yeah. They're very good at projecting power. So, and this makes sense. It's like they're a little less killy than average. They're a little less tanky than average.
Right.
They're very hard to play, but they have an incredible tool set. They're highly mobile and they can project their power super well.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
For Zeech.
Yeah. I agree. Can we go back to the ease of play and just hear me out? I've got one more thing. And then you make the call, okay? Because we keep going back when we talk about these different things, tool set, blah, 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 blah. We keep going back to you take an average army, right? You grab a bunch of random stuff. You're just getting into the army. How easy are they to play? So I think the answer is still a 1. Like for me personally, like if you just took the average amount of stuff in Zeech, how do I make this work? And you're just like, oh God, you know what I mean? You need that like meme of the guy from Hangover doing all these calculations in his head to get there, to make it work. Like if you're going to play the average army, like Cities of Sigmar, like can't you play them with like just a bunch of steel helms and run around and smash things?
Yeah, that's true.
So like
the 1.
Okay. Okay. You convinced me of a bunch of stuff, so I'm glad that I could do the same of you. I just want to point out that the silhouette of our radar chart here, it looks like a samosa on a bit of an angle, like it's sitting in a package,
does.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to point that out.
Yum.
I love samosas. Yeah.
Yeah, they're very good.
Yeah. Okay. Should we be excessive? Should we try and fit a Slanesh in there?
I think no, because I don't know enough about Slanesh.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
You want to study up?
I don't think either of us do.
No, I was going to count on you and the chat.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I know they're super fast. I know they can be quite killy. I don't really know about their tool set. I don't know much about their power projection. Like, I know a little bit, but not enough to,
Yeah.
I know how bad their tankiness is.
I think I played actually I can check my little spreadsheets.
Right.
I played against Slanesh 6 times last GHB, and I played against Slanesh once
for
this
GHB.
One?
That's fair.
Yeah.
Alex says, I have COVID, entertain me. Well, you're in luck, Alex, because Carson prepared a special dance for you. Go, Carson!
Yeah, yeah. Oh, oh. Oh, the dog hates this.
Your dog hates everything. It's
Gone.
great.
Oh,
Can she just sense that you're having fun? And she's just like, that can't continue. Rah!
yes.
Look into a demon's eyes. Ah, she's hypnotizing me. Get out of my head. Okay, she can't hear me. I just remembered. Yeah. So photogenic. You guys should see. Do you ever post the pictures of Holly in the Saga Discord like you do in the Warp Discord?
I don't, but I
You
should.
don't. You should. Your dog is extremely photogenic. I think that's the deal she did with the devil. You know what I mean? Or her demonic power or something like that is just extremely photogenic. And then she's like, soul, what soul? $10. Here you go. Right? Like that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm hearing.
Yep, exactly.
Okay. Okay. I wasn't there for the deal. So this is all, third-hand knowledge from Carson, mostly, Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And also what Collie beams directly into my skull when she wants to give me nightmares, which is most nights. Yeah. No. I don't want to see my family die again, Holly. I'm sorry. I'll bring you more tennis balls as what's the offering? Yeah.
You know what she does with tennis balls is how they some of them will be multicolored.
Yep.
She'll scalp one of the colors off the tennis ball.
That's so crazy.
And I'll just see her holding the ball with her two paws on the side and just going
That is so messed. I mean, that's exactly what I would expect of a demonic dog. So
I'm pretending this is you.
Exactly. This ball is you. Yeah. Is that what happened, Carson? Is that? Oh my God. You poor man. You poor man. Yeah.
Yeah.
She likes the mustache, though, thankfully. she allowed you to keep the mustache.
Acceptable.
Acceptable, yes. I like the way it curls. It's very whimsical. Yeah. Oh, dear. I mean, he ate meat for long enough. Eventually, the spirits were bound to erupt out. She's mad because she can't scalp you. We're not too late. Yeah. Joke's on you, Bear. Yeah. Too late. Always look good on camera. What a strange superpower. I mean, there's many worse ones out there. My cousin's superpower is he always knows where he's going at Disneyland. It's literally only useful if you're in Disneyland.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
my superpower, which I haven't used since I was a kid,
okay,
is when you go to hockey tournaments and they do those basket raffles or whatever,
okay,
the charity raffles.
Yeah.
I would always win, basically whatever I put my ticket in. And I remember I walked away from where it got bad was I walked away with a pair of Heelys, a basket of wine and cheeses for my parents, a big Blockbuster basket. I was just they didn't even buy me that many tickets, and I just
damn. It turns out the girl who did the raffle every time had the hots for you, and she's just like, here you go.
Yeah, I was 10, but yes.
She couldn't work. Well, so was she. It's fine.
Fair.
Yeah. She wasn't robbing the cradle. Wait, what if you're always in Disneyland? Yeah, then it works. It's great. But
just move there.
I think yeah, exactly. He's a big fan of Disneyland, but yeah. What was the? Oh man.
Can't you just look at the castle and then see?
No, I mean it's specific. It was
okay.
And again, I can't even confirm this. This is just what he told me, right? But I think my brother was mildly impressed. So
you're gonna go with him there one day, and you'll just get hopelessly lost. He'll be like, "Oh God."
My life's a sham. Yeah.
Entrance is right there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, and I think nowadays they probably have like Google Maps probably actually works for it too. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Nice. Nice. I like it.
Mhm.
My
Alex,
superpower. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
go ahead.
No, it's not good. It's my superpower is when you cut my hair, it has a defense mechanism because it's quite thick and it'll shoot off like like a tarantula, but it's only when you cut it. Yeah, it just goes and it ends up in people's eyes and it goes all over the place. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say that your superpower is that you can also pee out your butt.
In a matter of speaking. Yeah. Through the eye of a
Yep.
needle at 50 paces, Carson.
Yeah. I can too, but I need some gas station sushi to do it.
I'm not as good as what's his bucket though. There was that guy on Jackass who could just like diarrhea on command. You know what I'm talking
Awful.
about? I mean, it's in the movie. Oh yes. Oh man. I just realized you guys you were saying 3 is the average because you won't score anything as 0. Yes, that's true.
Yeah. 1 to 5 is what it is.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh dear. Well, Carson, I think we've wasted the people's time enough. If you did get this far and you haven't subscribed, what are you doing with your life? I have some serious questions for you, but maybe consider doing it. We'd appreciate it. It feeds Holly's soul, the gap, or at least, it feeds the gap, the void where her soul used to be. Yes, I'm trying to think. Any announcements? Nothing. Well, you're thinking about that.
So.
Shout outs again to Honest Rob, Honest Wargamer. He did like a really great, like he had some kind things to say, and he's always doing those like list review shows and giving the people lots of entertainment. And I respect that. It's hard to do that every day. And Honest Rob, if you are in fact watching this, Jen is a woman, to my knowledge. He had questions about that. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So there you go. One less question for you next time you review Kippers. But yeah, seriously, shout outs to him. I enjoyed the list review show that he did. And yeah, hope everyone has a great week. We've got, if you want to join the Discord, links in the description below. I posted my Rat Ogres there, and I've got a project that I've been working on even more recently. It's finally going to come. It's not exactly what I was hoping it would be, but I got there in the end. So, we're posting stuff for Saga of Six. Everyone's posting their hobby stuff. Link in the description below, of course, totally free. And that's all I can think of. So I guess we'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.
Bye.